and his staff, entire team that is here. Minister, can you say exactly the amount of Spark program that is completed so far?
I'm going to ask the minister with direct responsibility to get into that for you.
$10 minutes? You mean the next 2 hours?
Thank you. So far we have started 163 roads and we have paved 180. Now, I want to add a caveat. 80, sorry. I want to add a caveat to pave the 180. To pave
Put up the mic. Put up the mic.
I want to add a caveat to the 80 being paved. So being paved does not always mean the total completion of the road. The road is totally complete when the consultant does a final inspection of the road and hands it over to the government. And even after that, the contractor is still obligated for 1 year for any acts or omissions that may cause damage to the road.
No. I still answer the question.
We paved 80 roads.
Out of?
Out of 163.
Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. That you don't. How many completed so far?
So we've paved 63, which are finished for all intents and purposes, but 80 have been paved.
Okay.
63.
Are totally complete.
Okay.
They can all another.
I want to ask another question. When we start Spark?
I think we started we signed the contract in and around December of 2024. Okay. But for all intents and purposes, work really began in March 2025.
And your target for this, up to this financial year, the end of the financial year was 40%.
We're supposed to do 40%.
And you're 19%.
No, we're about 21%.
No, you're 19% to your document.
We're 21%.
Your document is saying 19.
The document was done a couple of weeks ago.
19%.
I mean, 1-2% is not.
Okay, but if you're at 21 out of 40%,
right?
You're behind schedule.
Of course, we're behind schedule. We had a Category 5 hurricane.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No.
Before.
Even before.
No.
Even before.
Even before. You're behind.
So if you'll allow me, member. So we started Spark. We signed the contract in around December of 2024. The contractor mobilized over time and he was able to start the first road, which was in your colleague's constituency, Everest Drive in East Kingston and Port Royal. That road is complete, by the way. We are happy with the progress of it based on everything that has taken place. And let me explain why I'm happy with the progress. A lot of the roads that we're doing, we never had any designs or maps for them. So the initial assessment of the roads that we started doing was based on an observation of what the road is. When the designers came and they saw that, for example, on Everest Drive, when we started Everest Drive, we did not calculate that we would need a pipeline on Everest Drive. When we started our excavation, we realized that the pipe on Everest Drive had to be replaced because it was an old pipe that probably had asbestos in it. Not only that, but when we started excavating,
poor planning.
I don't know if you would call it poor planning.
Poor planning.
I mean, it's better planning than you did when you were a minister.
No, poor planning.
Much better planning.
No, poor planning.
80 roads in 1 year.
No, but at least, Minister.
So if you'll allow me to finish what I'm saying before your subjective statement. When we were doing Everest Drive, we also realized that several sections of the hillside was unstable. And we had to add retaining walls to the program on Everest Drive in order to protect the house of persons who were there. the fact of the matter is you will never fully know what is taking place until the consultant goes in and starts doing the excavation, the design and the analysis and the soil testing, which is why that is an important component of the Spark program.
So you start at what cost for that road?
It's about 75 million.
And you end at? And you end at?
It's about 100 now.
And you don't, and it's not completed?
It is finished. I told you it was complete.
Okay. All right. You start last year with $8 billion on the Spark.
That's correct.
And it was reduced to 5.7.
That's correct.
And this year, as the minister, senior minister said, we are going to move up. Your budget this year is 4.5.
So
Not open.
the
No, it's
reality
down.
of it is
No.
the reality of it is that when we realized in consultation with the Ministry of Finance, we would not have been able to spend all the money that we did. So the budget was reduced and we are actually on target to spend what we have. We are starting several components this year, including the main road component. And we have had consultations with the Ministry of Finance that where the need arises for more resources to complete what has been started, as it is indeed a contract, it will be, the resources will be provided.
So you are moving from the parochial road to the main road?
We're adding the main roads. So the parochial roads will be doing parochial roads and main roads at the same time.
Okay. Your Spark is supposed to be completed in 2028?
Yes, but there's also a 1-year defects liability period that is also a part of it.
And you're at 21% to what you're saying now.
Correct.
Or you're expecting in the next 2 years to complete the up to 100%?
Yes, I am expecting it.
How?
Oh,
How am I expecting it? Because what we're noticing is that as the contractor, because let me give you an example. There was a shortage of equipment. The contractor imported 100 pieces of equipment, which has significantly aided the contractor in starting more roads and completing roads quicker. So now that the contractor has actually become at pace and reached scale, he's able to finish more roads quicker than he was, let's say, 6 months ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, is that you could move much faster if we engage our local contractors as part of
Local
it.
contractors are a part of the program.
No, but the rates.
The rates
They're
are
secondary contractors.
the government of Jamaica has a contract with the enterprise contractor, not with local contractors. The local contractors and the enterprise contractor will form their own private arrangements. The government of Jamaica cannot interfere in a contract between private parties.
But who prepared the contract?
What?
Who prepared the contract for the main contractors?
That contract is long prepared and gone. Members and
Chairman,
Madam
Chairman,
Speaker,
I want to
Madam
ask the
Chairperson,
question.
Madam Chairperson.
You can't tell me what to
hold on.
ask.
Mr. Azan, let me explain to you how it works. The government of Jamaica had an international tender with
Minister,
several...
in responding to that question, please make it very clear as it relates to that contract and which fiscal period it falls under, because the member cannot tell me that he cannot ask a question that does not relate to this fiscal year at all.
no.
So it's latitude.
That's not the point he was making. His point was who negotiated.
You know, Chairman,
Problem.
I think you should listen. You can. I'm asking the minister a question, not you.
And that is not a contract from
understand?
when that you're asking about. I listen to your question.
No. I think you're.
She's preempting it. She's preempting it.
No, you can't tell me what to ask.
Go ahead, Richard.
All right.
Yeah. Minister, I'm
Yes.
saying
What was your question?
it is so unfair what you're saying that we don't engage the local contractors.
So, remember,
Mickey,
what?
there's a thing in contract law called privity of contract. An entity that is not a party to a contract cannot interfere in a contract. The contract is between the government of Jamaica and China Harbour Engineering. it would be illegal and a breach of contract and a breach of the law of contract for the government to go to China Harbor and stay.
It's poor negotiation, yes.
In the first place.
How is it poor
In
negotiation?
the first place. In the first
So
place.
you are better at negotiating than the public sector workers who do
I'm not
this
saying-
procurement. That's what you're
It
saying.
is your government.
It's your government.
It's
not
your
the
government.
It was the
It is your
public
government.
sector workers who negotiated the
It is
contract,
your
not me.
government. You
It's
sign it
government
off.
signing.
It's cabinet sign it off. So I'm asking you, if you're at 21% now, how
Right.
you're expecting in the next 3
And I'm
years?
saying to you that the contractor is at scale, and as time goes by, the contractor increases the pace at which it's completing roads, and he will finish his roads during the contract.
Okay, Minister, will you agree that with the China Harbor contract, most of our Jamaican workers are reduced to flagsmen and flagswomen?
I don't have any data of that. Do you have that data?
Yes.
What is the data?
Majority.
When you go on the projects, it is the Chinese who working, and our
You're
workers are
asking-
flagsmen
I
and flagswomen.
challenge you, member.
Has
That
he done an audit?
You
as is
would
his
need to
responsibility? Does he
present
care enough to
that
do an audit?
evidence. You cannot come to Parliament
care enough to do
and
an
this
audit
committee with
to protect
hearsay,
the workers?
without facts or without evidence. You're making
Has
a
he
statement
done an
based
audit?
on what is not correct.
You have an audit of the persons who work?
No, but you are the one who is making the accusation. You need to provide the
But you're
evidence.
well,
supposed to be
You
protecting
is
the
alleged
No, but
must
you are
prove.
defending.
You're supposed to be
Minister.
protecting
Mr.
the Jamaican
Azan,
workers.
if you're gonna
Minister,
Madam,
budget.
Madam, let me just answer this one statement. If you are going to
No, it's
accuse
truth.
persons of
No.
Asking
an
them how
offense,
many. Ask him
you
then
need to
how
provide the
many.
evidence. You're the one
Ask
making the
him-
accusation,
ask him
and what
how
does that
many.
have to do with the budget that we're
Ask him
discussing?
what is
What does
What
that
the
have
ratio?
to do with the budget that you're
What is the ratio of Jamaican workers?
Madam Chair, the question that is
You
being
don't,
asked,
I'm
No,
fully
no.
aware.
No,
I'm
Madam
fully aware,
Chair.
Minister.
the question that is asked is what is the ratio of Jamaicans to overseas? I will undertake to provide the honorable member
Okay.
with that information
Right.
as soon as possible.
Thank you. Thank you.
The experience there, Mr.
Do we have the list of Spark Road to be?
But he just politically put it away. But it's okay.
No, it come in.
Fine.
Do you have the list?
It's not just numbers.
Do you have the list of Spark Road to be done this financial year?
So the
Exactly. The poor negotiation.
But this
We
is
are-
not this is not where we have that discourse.
yes, we have the list of
Not where
spark
we have
roads to
that
be done.
discourse. He's asking more questions.
Minister, what was the damage last hurricane?
Melissa,
To Melissa, the damage, the value?
to the road. To the
Was
road.
that the spark roads or the
No,
other roads?
the national roads. Rate? Rate? I didn't ask about rate.
Ask about rate.
I didn't ask
The
about
damage was
rate.
was about
Go back
$35
downstairs.
billion.
Yes. The damage.
I answered you already.
No, I don't hear.
I said it's about $35 billion.
35 billion? How much have been allocated to do the repairs so far?
What do you mean?
How much money?
Money have been allocated to repair.
So
of the
far,
35.
we have allocated $5 billion for various stages of the repair process.
Okay. Okay.
Million?
45 billion, you said. 35 billion and you have 5 billion to do repairs. Yeah. So we have short 30.
And how is that 5 being?
I don't know if that's a fair comment. I mean, there
Yeah.
are.
You have
different-
35 damage, you
If
get
you'd allow
5.
me, I would love for you to allow me to answer. So, the repairs of roads take different stages.
Yeah.
So, for example, we have to clear, then we have to assess, then we have to design, and then we have to build. So, we will not be able to build, repair all the roads.
No, I'm
that
not
they
saying
are
that.
damaged.
No, I never
We're
asked
talking
you.
about planning and allocation.
I'm just asking what is the allocation?
I am saying to you,
Yeah.
5 billion was allocated
Yes,
for
and
repairs
I'm
of
just
roads
asking
during
what
this
is the next
period.
plan for the other 30? Because our roads are in terrible condition.
The government will make allocations over time to repair the roads.
Okay. Minister, I want to ask over the last financial year, could you say the amount the government collect for gas tax?
I have no idea. I'm not the Minister of Finance. I'm sorry. That was a different minister.
But the the gas tax is for road maintenance.
What
I-
portion
What portion of it?
I am not aware of that.
they've received?
No,
No.
no.
The chairman. Richard, don't say
No.
don't stop. Talk. Don't listen to him. Don't listen.
Commissioner Warmington,
It's because it's warming. It's because it's warming.
Minister,
Madam Chair, the minister is available to answer questions if the members just allow him.
19.
not me.
Anyways,
Okay, Minister. Could you say
Member Azan,
how many bridges
Member
were damaged in the
Azan.
hurricane?
Member Azan,
Three bridges were damaged during
can't
the
hear the
hurricane.
question.
3. Okay.
Member Azan, I'll speak a little louder in the mic. I heard your last question in terms of road repair. I'm
No,
not
he answered.
hearing-
Is that
No,
about
I'm not hearing you, no.
No, I'm asking
of the
about
noise.
bridge and he answered. Okay.
No, I heard that question. I'm not hearing you now because of the
Yeah.
noise. So
Okay, Minister, there was a contract signed about a year or two about some bridge programs across, and you announced about a number of bridges across that will be constructed.
I'm unaware of that contract, sir.
Could you say exactly
I am unaware of a contract that was signed as you describe it. I am
He says he's not aware of the contract that it is.
members,
I am
I have sat here and I've heard the minister needing to repeat responses, not even twice, but thrice because of the noise.
The commissioner.
And even questions need to be repeated. In the interest of your own time, it would be good to be quiet and allow members to ask their questions and the ministers to respond.
Minister, of a
Yes,
part
sir.
out of the 5 billion that was allocated of the 35, how much of it been used to repair road and patch?
how much of it will be used to repair roads and patch?
Yes.
For which fiscal year?
I'm asking you, you said that 5 billion out of the 35.
But I'm trying
was-
to ask you, we're discussing the budget for 26-27.
So no, that's why.
So I'm trying to
How
ask
much
if
that?
that 5 billion is not in this budget.
So when it,
Are you asking the question or him?
so where you pull it from and game? Why you mention it?
So they ask for it.
Ask you about the damage.
I'm trying to understand what you're asking. Is your question
All right.
related
Minister,
to this
hold on a
budget?
moment, please. Minister, I think in order to get us under some semblance of control, because I was also of the view that you were speaking about $5 billion in this budget, and that's why I said to Member Azan that you should not ask certain questions, because it literally confuses the House when you refer to periods that are not in this budget book. So what happened is, if you're asking a question, Member Azan,
900.
and the period covers several budget periods, having her 35 billion over a period, talk about the portion for this year, this fiscal, and what will happen in this fiscal.
I was coming to that.
Long talking you like.
I was coming to that.
Member Azan,
Okay.
Minister, please assist
Okay.
Member Azan. So Member Azan, find where you are coming from and ask for the line item in terms of the amount that is budgeted for this year, how the budgeted figure for this year breaks down in terms of patching work and repair work and bridge work and every work you'd like to ask about.
Okay. Okay, Minister.
Yes, sir.
Of the 987 million in this financial year,
Of the what?
987 for improvement of main roads.
Right.
But you mentioned before that it was 35.
987, that would not be the correct number, member.
Upcoming financial year is
the maintenance.
987.
The maintenance of secondary roads is about a little bit over $5 billion, which I think that is the area that you're seeking to question me about.
Yes.
So what would you like to know about that?
Of that amount, how much of that will be used to repair the hurricane damaged roads?
All right. So I want you to allow me to explain something to you, just for the benefit of the public, because you and I probably know it already. So when the hurricane took place, the government made a decision that we had to urgently intervene immediately to provide access, especially to areas that were damaged, areas of St. James, Hanover, you know the area. So, so what we did is we had emergency allocation to provide access and build back some of the roads. As time goes by, under various other programs such as NARA, such as our recurrent expenditure and so on, we will allocate more money. For this year's budget, we are going to be looking at some of the most damaged roads and the rehabilitation of them. I cannot say to you that out of the $5 billion, I'm going to allocate 50% or 40%, because that's going to be based on the assessment of what is needed on those roads. Because we still, to be honest with you, have 11 roads that need to be rebuilt, that we're still in the phase of assessing to see how are we going to rebuild them. Are we going to create alternate routes because they are no longer able to properly accommodate traffic, or are we going to try to fix what has been damaged?
But in the meantime,
So I couldn't tell you out of the $5 billion I'm going to spend X amount on Hurricane Melissa damaged roads. And as a matter of fact, it's not just the west that got damaged from Melissa. There are many other parishes outside of the west that got damaged. So there are a lot of constituencies outside of those that would demand assistance for roads, sir.
Okay. All right. I will leave the other members to ask questions.
Thank you, Mr. Dutton. Thank you very much. He's my neighbor, you know, though sometimes he doesn't behave that way.
Member Vaz.